I called 911 because I thought someone was inside my house. I was alone. At least, I thought I was. The operator asked me a strange question. "Sir, are you using your phone right now?" I said yes. There was a pause. Then she said something that made my stomach drop. "That's strange, because we're already receiving another call from your number." My grip tightened around the phone. "What?" The operator lowered her voice. "Sir, the other call is coming from inside your house." And that's when I heard it. A phone ringing. Somewhere down the hallway. At first, I didn't move. I just sat there on the edge of my bed, staring at the dark doorway of my room. The ringtone echoed faintly through the house. My ringtone, the exact same one. I looked down at the phone in my hand. The call with 911 was still active. "Sir," the operator said, "are you still there?" "Yes," I whispered. My voice sounded smaller than I expected. Another call. "Yes, sir." Her keyboard clicked quietly in the background. "Our system shows 2 active calls from the same number." My throat tightened, but I'm holding my phone. Another pause. Then the operator asked, "Is anyone else in the house with you?" No. I was certain of that. I lived alone. And the front door had been locked all night. The ringing continued. Down the hallway, slow, steady. My pulse started matching its rhythm. Ring! 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 The operator spoke again. "Sir, do not hang up." "I won't." "Officers are already on their way to your address." "How long?" "About 10 minutes." 10 minutes suddenly felt like a very long time. The ringing stopped. Silence swallowed the house again. I held my breath, waiting, listening. Then the operator spoke again. "Sir, the other call just ended." My stomach dropped. "Ended?" "Yes." She paused. "But something strange just happened." "What?" "The other call lasted exactly as long as your call with us." My chest tightened. "So someone else was..." "Yeah," she said. "But according to the signal trace." Her voice slowed. "The call came from inside your house." A cold shiver crawled up my spine. I stared at the hallway. Dark, silent. The kind of silence that feels like someone is listening back. I stood slowly. The wooden floor creaked beneath my feet. "Sir, what are you doing?" the operator asked. "I need to check." "Sir, I strongly advise you to stay where you are." But curiosity was stronger than fear, at least for that moment. I stepped into the hallway. Every light in the house was off except the one in my bedroom behind me. The rest of the house was dark. My heart pounded as I moved forward. The ringtone had come from somewhere near the living room, or maybe the kitchen. I couldn't tell. The house suddenly felt larger than usual, like the darkness had stretched the walls. "Sir," the operator said quietly. "Yes." While you were walking, the other call appeared again. I stopped. "What?" "Yes." Her voice sounded tense now. "The same number." "My number?" "Yes." I swallowed. And where is it coming from? There was a pause. Then she said, still inside your house. And then I heard it again. Ring. The sound came my ringtone. My phone vibrated in my hand. But the ringing wasn't coming from my phone. It was somewhere else. I slowly walked down the stairs. Each step creaked. The house felt colder the lower I went. The ringing stopped again. Silence returned, but something else replaced it. Breathing. Soft. Uneven. Not mine. I froze. Sir, the operator asked. Somewhere. I don't know. I turned slowly toward the living room. The darkness inside was thick, almost solid. Then the phone rang again. From inside that room, the sound echoed through the walls. Ring! 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 Sir, the operator whispered. The other call just connected again. My heart slammed against my ribs. What do you mean connected? We can hear breathing. My blood ran cold. Breathing? Yes. She hesitated. But it isn't yours. I stepped into the living room. The ringing stopped instantly. The room was completely still. The couch, the table, the TV, everything exactly where it should be. Except one thing, my old phone, lying on the coffee table. I hadn't used that phone in months. The battery was supposed to be dead, but its screen was glowing. The call screen. 911. Active. My chest tightened. Sir? The operator said. I think I found it. Found what? The other phone. There was silence. Then she spoke again. Sir, that's impossible. Why? Because the signal we're tracking, her voice dropped, is moving. I looked down at the phone on the table. The screen went black. The call ended, and suddenly footsteps echoed behind me. Slow, heavy, right at the top of the stairs. I turned around slowly. The hallway upstairs was dark, but I could see something standing there, a figure, perfectly still, watching me. My breath caught in my throat. Sir, what's happening? The operator, someone here. Where? Upstairs. The figure didn't move, just stood there. Silent. Then the operator spoke again, her voice shaking now. Sir, the call from the other phone just started again. My stomach twisted. And this time, yes, it's coming from the exact location where you're standing. I looked down. The phone in my hand. The screen had turned on again. A new call from my own number. Incoming. I didn't answer. I just stared at it. The ringing echoed through the house. The figure upstairs slowly tilted its head, like it was waiting for me to pick up. If this story stayed in your head, if it made you listen to the silence in your own house a little more carefully, then you understand why this channel exists. Because some nightmares don't come from outside. Sometimes they start with a phone call. From your own number? So before you turn the lights off tonight, subscribe to Noxmare. Because the next story might already be calling. And when it does, you might not be the only one answering. Good night. Or is it?